Hi guys, it's Kaylee. I am so excited to finally be back with a new video on this channel. I'm coming to you from my new apartment in New York City. I finally have a space that I can film, which is so exciting, and I can film in natural light, which the sun is actually going down right now. So I am in a bit of a rush for this video. I wanted to do something a bit more casual. It might be a little bit echoey in here, but I think it's okay. If you want to see any of my moving content, you'll have to go check out my vlog channel. I'll probably do some brief things on here that are a bit more put together, but I have been vlogging the entire moving process, and I'm also working on doing Vlogmas lately, probably more in the form of weekly vlogs or like 2 vlogs a week instead of daily, just because a lot of crazy things are happening in my life right now, but I really love the connection that I have with you guys on that channel, because I feel like it's a lot deeper than just beauty and fashion, even though I think a lot of us really do love beauty and fashion. But anyways, I wanted to catch up with you guys in the form of a Q&A today. A lot of questions in general that are asking how I'm finding being back in New York and what even made me come back here in the first place. I don't know if I've really talked about this yet. I am feeling very happy being back here. I definitely picked the worst time to move with the holidays and a lot of traveling coming up, and also bootstrapping for my business, STAATSBALLETT with Avery, just because we're trying to scale up production a lot more this time around. I don't know, we just picked the worst time to move, but it's also very settling to kind of wind down a bit and have a place that is our own instead of staying out of Airbnbs and friends' places when we were in LA working with our factory. Although traveling for a while was definitely very fun. I already have the itch to do it again, but I'm so happy to finally be getting some of my own things that, you know, I can call my own. Even though I love living like out of a suitcase, I feel like sometimes it's good to settle down. I am living in a totally different neighborhood this time around, and this apartment is a totally different experience than my last place as well. I used to live in a very small, dark apartment that was sort of resemblant of a cave. I got no natural light, and I just didn't really have space for anything, and we were also running the business out of it, which was really just stressful in general. But in this apartment, we have an entire bedroom for our business, which is nice, and there's so much light and so much more space, and it has high ceilings and all of these old finishes, and it's just my dream apartment. I will have to show you guys around some more soon, but I feel like I can breathe a lot more in the area that we're living in. There are so many like small local businesses that are great to support, and everyone's been really friendly so far. To touch more on why I moved back to New York, I think there are so many factors that go into this. I answered a question on my vlog channel earlier today, and the girl is basically just asking about if it's true that New York is just like so much more idealized, and then when you live there it gets a lot different, which I think that's true of a lot of different places. Like cities are always different when you're visiting them versus when you're there long term, but I think it's just really what you make of it. I have a lot of friends here, a lot of my jobs are here, and it definitely is my favorite city that I have visited in the States. And just right now, I feel like I can't live somewhere outside of the States with our business and visa issues, although I would love to do that someday. But New York definitely still has my heart. That's just where I got thrown into adulthood, and do still love it here. And I feel like this time around, like I said before, it just is a totally different experience than what I've had in the past, and I'm just learning how to cope a lot more. I've also had some questions on if I'm planning to be here long term, and honestly I have no idea. I don't really plan on planning for that anytime soon, although I do definitely have financial goals of buying a place sometime in the future rather than throwing away so much money on rent. So we'll see. Well, I also have a lot of questions about food, which I'm loving. I know a lot of you guys enjoyed my last What I Ate in a Week video, and I'm trying to film one of those again soon. I might start this week. I am always sharing food content on my Instagram. It's just like outfit pictures and food content. And I just get sucked into a hole of vegan YouTube on a regular basis, and I want to be making those videos myself in addition to fashion and lifestyle content. Someone asked what my go-to homemade breakfast is, and I can't even say this yet because I haven't even really tried to make it yet. But there is this breakfast sandwich that this place in New York makes that's all vegan, and it is just basically like a vegan version of a bacon, egg, and cheese, and it is the most addicting thing I have ever had. It's definitely like what I would have as my last meal if I got to choose. And I'm planning to try to remake that this week, so we'll see how that goes. I'll probably film it. But I think that's going to be my new homemade breakfast. That's my favorite, but I also just like every day for breakfast I have peanut butter and banana on rye sourdough toast, or like avocado toast if I can get some good avocados at the time, although it's hard to do that in the winter. Usually, where do you get your clothes? I buy pretty much everything secondhand or on sale. You can find a lot of the retailers that I shop at on my blog if you're interested. I'm trying to shop sale. It's usually Essence. Essence has a huge sale going on right now, and it usually lasts up until Christmas, maybe a bit after. And I did do a blog post with my favorite pieces, although I think a lot of those are sold out right now. And I did another post compiling all the end of season sales. I'll link all my favorite stores in the description below. Also asked me what my favorite Instagram accounts are for vegan and fashion, so I will link some of those down below as well instead of rambling about it right now and possibly forgetting some of my favorites. Ooh, this question I get occasionally, and I think it always surprises people. Which is interesting because I feel like on my Instagram you can tell that I'm tall most of the time, but anytime I meet someone in person they're like, oh my god, you're so tall. But I'm like 5'9", 5'10". I don't really know, I haven't measured myself in a while. How do you feel about change? Does it normally creep up on you, or do you enjoy the unexpected? So I would say that I do really crave change, but I can't say that I enjoy the unexpected. I feel like I'm along for the ride and I can mold pretty easily most of the time. Most of the time being a keyword. But I definitely don't like for things to be stagnant. I think that's why I like traveling so much. And also just like being my own boss, because I have to fulfill like a million different duties, so it's not really just working one job. I also got a good amount of questions on how to stay motivated. I think we all struggle with that at some points in time. I think just motivation does come from within, which is something you probably don't really want to hear, but it is all just about changing your mindset. I listen to a lot of podcasts of things that I'm interested in. They're usually entrepreneurial podcasts. Some of the most popular ones are like How I Built This. I feel like I've listened to every episode of How I Built This, but I also follow a lot that are more geared toward the beauty and fashion community, since that's what I'm more interested in. And those are super helpful. I also read a lot of books by entrepreneurs that I look up to and follow a lot of different blogs. And that's pretty much how I stay motivated, and just knowing that like I literally can't survive if I don't do my work is a form of motivation in itself. That's my 2 cents on that. I also have a decent amount of questions about school and veganism. I had some questions asking if I was going to be returning to school since I moved back to New York City, and the answer is no. I also got some questions if I regretted getting my degree from FIT, and that is also just a no. I don't regret it at all, although I do feel like I could have put my money in a better place. But I definitely think school is still a great thing. So I always have conflicting opinions on that, but I guess just for certain careers I feel like you learn the best by doing, and if you can get some good internships or assist some people that you look up to, I find that to be a lot more valuable than school a lot of the time. Although school can often help you have a bit of a gateway to get those opportunities. If you're not in school, you just have to try a little bit harder most of the time. But no, I don't regret it, and at this time I don't plan on going back to school. I feel like I am still thoroughly immersing myself in education in different ways though. Like I said, I listen to a lot of podcasts from people that I look up to and read a lot of books from people that I look up to, and I am just learning so much every day from running our business STAATSBALLETT, which I guess I'll talk about a little bit right now. We have just put down money on our first production run, and hopefully that can get finished up and we will be able to release our spring summer collection soon. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. I just feel like it's a lot more mature this time around. I'm still happy with the results last time, of course, but you know, you just always like crave more. So Avery and I are both feeling very excited and excited to shoot our product photography for our website that we've totally been revamping. And I don't know, there's just so many things that we've been working on that I haven't really been able to share with you guys because I want you to see like the big picture at once. But it is all coming very soon. And then to answer questions about veganism, I get a lot of questions on like what my overall motivation is for that, or why I do eat a vegan diet, and I think it's super multifaceted. What really got me from the beginning was just the entire environmental aspect of being vegan and also the health benefits. But more and more as time goes on, the ethical aspect for animals really affects me as well. And I feel like, I don't know, I get more and more like vegan every day. I'm still working on my beauty routine and my wardrobe. I find that if I don't do things gradually, my habits are not going to stick whatsoever, and I became a plant-based eater very gradually, and it worked for me great. I have been eating that way for almost a year now, and I truly don't see myself turning back. I know a lot of people say that, but I don't know, Avery and I both are, so it's super easy to stay on track, and I don't crave any of the old foods whatsoever now. So I would say if you are interested in pursuing that sort of lifestyle, just know that it's okay if you make some mistakes and if you don't transition all at once, because that is really hard to do. You have to be extremely self-disciplined to do that. And I just definitely wasn't. I loved my chocolate, which now I still eat plenty of chocolate, but dark chocolate instead, which I love so much more now. And I just had to replace things, and there are so many great vegan substitutes out there, and you just start craving foods that are much more nutritious for your body. Someone asked me where I get my inspiration for style, which I don't know if I've ever really answered this question. I'm on Tumblr all the time. I've seen a lot of content lately talking about how Tumblr is dying, but I still find so much great interior inspiration and also fashion inspiration on Tumblr. Just depends on the blogs that you follow, of course. I also get a ton of inspiration from Instagram, and then also fashion shows and Essence. The store Essence I was speaking about earlier, styling on their website, it just completely kills everyone else. And I feel like if I'm searching through a brand that I like Angela Meester for example, I'm wearing like a full Angela Meester fit today, except the skirt is vintage, although it's very Angela Meester. I just get my outfit inspiration from there. This video is getting pretty long, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up now. And also the sun's going down, as you can tell. But I hope you guys enjoyed. It was so fun to catch up with you. And I will definitely see you again soon with some more videos. If you want to follow along on my Instagram or my vlog channel, those two platforms are definitely where I'm the most active. And I will see you guys soon. Okay, bye.